Hello! Telling Tuesday. It's coming a little late today, but you are in for a story just the same. There once was a farmer, and he lived on his small farm with his 3 children. And while the farmer, he didn't know when his time would come, he wanted to be prepared. He wanted there to be a plan for when he died and what would happen with his farm. He didn't want his 3 children to fight over it, so one day he called them together. "My children," he said, "I'm not saying that I'm going anywhere anytime soon, but I want to be prepared. I want you to know my wishes for our farm. It's a small parcel of land. It's not large. I don't want to divide it amongst you. I want to keep our farm as one. And so, when I pass, I will leave the farm to one of you. For the other 2, I will provide a sum of money to help you on your life's ventures. But I have devised a contest to decide which one of you will get to have the farm. It will be a contest to see who can fill this room the longest." They were sitting in the main room of the farmhouse, and each of the children looked up at the walls and the ceiling. Their father handed them each a coin. "I want you to take this coin to town and use it, and then you can show me how you would fill this room." Well, there were 2 brothers and the youngest sister. The brothers were very anxious to procure the farm. The oldest brother, he went to town with his coin, and he bought pillows, as many down pillows as his coin would buy. He brought them home in bundles. He took them there into the main room, and he began ripping open every pillow. The feathers billowed up into the air. The windows were open, and the breeze came in, sending the feathers spiraling. And as the brother danced around the room, his family watched as the feathers filled the entire space. Round and round the feathers went, filling until the breeze died down, and slowly the feathers began to make their way to the ground, until there was only an inch of feathers. And the father, he said, "My son, you have filled this room for more than an hour. Well done." The second son, he took his coin to town, and with it he bought as many candles as his coin would buy. He carried the candles hanging home on a stick, and when he got home, he cut the wicks and he placed the candles all over the room. He lit each candle, and the family stood back and enjoyed the aura, the light that filled the room. The family sat down and they ate around the table by the light of the second son's candles. 1 hour, 2 hours went by. Before the candles began to grow shorter and shorter, the wax dribbling over the edges, until finally the wick and the flame went out, and there was nothing but a sizzle of smoke. "Over 2 hours," said the father. "Well done, my son." Then it was the daughter's turn. She took her coin to town. With it, she bought bread and produce, and all along her journey's way, she invited everyone that she met to come to their home on that night for a feast and a celebration. When she arrived back home, she made food preparations until the table was full of food, and in the evening, the families and friends began to fill the room. And when everyone had assembled, their plates were full with food, the daughter began to tell a story. All eyes eyes were on her, captivated, and when she finished, she sang them a song. Then she turned to her neighbor and said, "What do you have to share?" And each took a turn, hour after hour, sharing a story or a song, a chorus of melodies. And when morning came, the sun was again rising, and the friends and family were making their way home. And the brothers said, "Well, sister, how did you fill the room?" And the father looked at them and said, "Well, your sister has filled this room twice over. And all the night long, first she filled the entire room with her stories and songs, and then invited others to do the same. And second, all night long, she filled this room with joy. I leave my farm to you, my daughter." And when he passed, so it was. The daughter continued to live on the farm, and she invited her brothers to continue filling their home with stories and songs as a family. I hope you have a wonderful day. Fill your rooms with love.